Oh. Okay, Ramble them on a good evening, good day, good afternoon. Afuma mini piari, bonde shabiana kauyena. We don't come back this evening for come discuss the issues them we connected to we country in condition. As we don't try for make and clear the last time, we know the issues them we deal with. We not the care for can begin talk who that right, who that wrong. We care for talk waiting wrong with all of we and how we go correct them. Because we don't tape on this, now this do so, now that do so, now this wrong, now this right. Let we begin accept say we all wrong. And let's find a way for solve this problem. Otherwise, we go there blame until thy kingdom come, nothing other change. Today, we can look at the question. We country, but all the countries now West Africa, we get the highest potential. We population no beaucoup too much. We get plenty minerals. We get all the potential for produce agricultural goods and services for make we live a good life. But yet, everything seems for day this way, that way. Waiting our problem. Not trauma. If not trauma, who side this trauma come out? And how we go for solve this trauma? For help me for talk this talk today, I get my co-host, Mr. Ture. Mr. Ture, tell the family that I do something.
Famulem, na kabo plenty kuchetona, mami no sekeno, korino tong. Kabo hisi abisi baba ukawi.
I ain't gonna matter, okay?
Abisi kakaka.
So for make we go forward, the first question we'll get for ask. We country, what is the problem? They not trauma or not the people them bad? I want to give me your opinion, sir.
Well, say the program from where you open them, you talk say we can look at who side all this come out. And the way we present them today, we look who side we come out, who side we did, and who side we go. And if we look that, definitely we talk about trauma. Trauma now some kind external force will bang you. Like for instance, you get accident, you get injury. But this is a psychological wounding where don't take place in the past. And mortal man naturally, where you suffer certain consequences in life, you get some certain cautions them where you put, where you go begin to evolve for able to learn, for live within that trauma day. Like for instance, people that when they go through abuse, they know they talk because they're afraid for talk. Because they're not saying they talk, they get for faith, they abuse all over again. So they go try for create a circumstance in which it's not congenial, it's not good, but at least it give them a reprieve. Though the reprieve not permanent, though it's not normal, so the person don't create, when we do biology, then we talk about cysts. Certain organisms.
Barrier.
Yes. When they get some serious situation, like they get drought, what they do is, then they make that cyst, for them keep themselves safe until that period they pass. Now something like that kind of thing. So genetically, with the alter we self in a way where we go able to absorb what will happen around we.
Yeah.
I don't know how you see it, sir.
Now, stress management to an extent.
Yeah.
And stress management. When people because trauma they come with stress.
Mm-hmm.
And stress, nothing where everybody gets your own limit where they accommodate them.
Yeah.
For most people, stress they lead them astray.
Yeah.
A lot of people we see they go into alcohol, drugs, or even adopt certain reckless behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Make I don't care. Now stress they cause them. And one of the things where they cause stress, not trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Trauma, now an experience where you not expect. You dey feel say things should work this way, but you not work that way, work another way. That shock where they can meet you, it can cause a lot of damage. And we all they go through trauma. And nobody not exempt. Either somebody else caused trauma for you, or you cause trauma for yourself, or maybe some circumstance where we are not able to control, they cause the trauma. Like somebody die now in a family. Let we say, when all they come up normally, somebody they now in a family where now the root, where now they take care of everything. Then suddenly something happened, that person die. Either by normal means or by accident. That trauma, it affects everybody we connected with that person. And that shock, it make a lot of people go astray.
I'm glad the way you bring this one come up. It just reminded me of waiting and they call threshold. When it happens, it affects everybody. But a degree in which it affects people, it vary.
It vary according to your own psychological and physiological makeup.
Exactly. So I'm glad the way you bring the elements there. Because now that make we have a community. Because any community, they get for care for the youth. What we make we own community, we don't care for we own. It's
we
like
care.
We
care. Go no more. Go show you how they care.
We do, but you know that tolerance for say, you know, like when they go outside, somebody gets wounded. All man they take turns say, "Hey, long no left arm, that we can go." You understand? In a normal community where people they work together, we not get a cast, where somebody not feel to say they pantap is superior to you, because we know the Indian caste system, how we deal it, and we also know the class system. People that will do economics, you get the first class, you get the second class, you get the working class, then you get underclass. So those people.
Well, then go teach me that by economics, but actually in sociology.
Yeah. You know, so you know where you get the kind of situation and they, as you know very well, it bring certain things then. We get some adjectives that were not good. It bring bitterness, because anybody you do on something, you not get power to affect you. It hold them.
Yeah.
It not say it not go able to take you on physically. You go beat them. You go beat them financially. You go beat them psychologically, because you get a strong disposition because of what you get. So you go be bitter. You go get indignation. You go get irritation. You go get displeasure, disgruntlement, dissatisfaction, bad feeling, acrimony, hostility. All them things they go they wait till you fuk. And then that situation they will all man get your fuk for manage. Instead of it being in one pot where it's supposed to be, we now all forget a common destiny, a common future, a common ethical values. But in that case now, some people get a different value, and that they bring the impunity. Some people can do them and get away with that. Then some person they do them, they get punished. Like Sierra then get a poor man chief goat, then go beat that like for say chief na the worst thing in the world. But the person where the chief in an industrial scale, they call a minister, they call a permanent secretary. They're not really nothing. Instead,
well, and now let we jump the gun. We'll get for count to this part.
Yes. I just give an example.
You see, you come with a point, say, we're not there in a community.
No, we don't.
We are in a community, only that with history of trauma, it modify the way we live in community and understand community.
Okay.
With history of trauma, because in those days, as a matter of fact, the first point is everybody where they call himself Sierra Leonean today. At some point in history, we people they run from trouble for can seek refuge in the forest.
Yeah.
And when they come, they live in small communities. Then communities, over time, they modify and grow into what they call tribes today. I want to listen to this point, we get communities, but these communities, their identity, more or less linguistic. Now they call tribes today. And because their identity still there now with DNA, now we brain say, I belong to this community. Any community outside that area, they consider them as foreign and something alien. For mistrust.
Yeah, alien, yeah.
And the mistrust, it is between we, the blacks. It is within we, the blacks. Somebody will come up far away, we in color different from we see them as things then for worship. I will tell you something today. That word masaba, what him need they use. It's not part of religion. It's a Madingo word, mansaba. The Almighty King. So when Timni man say Kuru Masaba, what in a mean is God the Almighty King, Mansaba. And who is the Mansaba? Now somebody will come up from far when a stranger will get power or count some skills we fall into owner. And this is all a part of the problem we grow into shaping with society into what it be today.
I'm not cut you what. I'm glad the way you bring this Mansaba issue for authenticate the position where we say. Do you know the Libanese gets the same thing?
Masala.
I know masala.
Yes.
I just want
because all of them came in contact with Malinke people them we come with skills where they're not being get. And because them people have been get reading capacity, they may get certain skills how for make metal things and then thing and day. We people and see and say now people they will for listen to. So they started listening to them, and these people came and started preaching certain levels of knowledge and religion to people them, especially Islam. So now through that, then local groups then they or clans adopt them Madingo words, them Mansaba, Masala. You go to even the Mende man and get that word there. Masa, Mansa. In fact, Mende then they use as name.
And I'm glad the way you bring that for make some clarification there. For back what you talk, where you come with new skill, automatically, you know, Karamoko.
Yes.
You're a teacher.
Yes.
Then they don't give you.
They meet accommodation at the society.
They don't give you status straight away.
Yes.
And that status, they give you relevance.
And that status now most of them take them be the leaders in the communities. That's why the ruling houses in Sierra Leone today, they all get Malinke and Fulani.
Yeah.
people.
It's so interesting. And when you look at the word karmoko, what you want to say, wait, my patience.
Yeah.
So now somebody will get patience, because for teach, you have that in abundance, patience.
You
And
can
that's
forget
that
patience because not a one-day job.
They say patience is a bitter tree, but yields a delicious fruit.
Yeah.
So that's the make them sit down. As Simlimanki says, okay, that's full.
Yeah.
Then gradually acquire, gradually strengthen themselves. Then become the king, the chiefs, will lead them eventually.
Because they had knowledge.
Yeah.
Knowledge has always been supreme. But today they deny knowledge. It was knowledge of skills and disciplines where them people will get. Now then take be leaders.
Mm-hmm.
Today we they say Abolego, we then say Bailo Barry, say they will say Nicole. Now the trauma. Now come back to the trauma. Not trauma they make with they behave so. We not get respect for knowledge. We dey hori boss trust his business. And now the trauma we make we not get patience. Now they make we they do all the things they will they kill and harm we self.
Mm-hmm.
Some people they do harm to others, some they do harm to themselves. Look at we society, what you see. People are engaging in drugs. Yes, then they bring drugs to the society, but they're not forced person for go take them. Now we ask that question. Let me type person say for take them by force. What you make with people and they take them? That because the trauma from that time what they talk about to now, it just the pile upon himself. First, we people they run away for can hide in the forest. Because them they run from Arabs and other people they catch them for go make them slaves, for go make the woman then concubines, etc. Then over centuries, then people are evolving into another group. Then the second stage trauma come. The one they wouldn't take as leaders, now them back begin connive with other people they come for sell them.
This thing is very delicate. I want to give me 1 minute.
I want to let you understand the timeline. Now the timeline, I want to let you understand.
I know. But before you decode it, I want to give me 1 minute because
Go
I
ahead.
want the audience understand this meaning. Trauma, not something where they go look for. That's something where they meet you. When they meet you, it bring life changes.
Yeah.
Like for instance, you begin come a court, he die. It affects
trauma.
the way they live the rest of your life.
Not shock, not
like
trauma.
For instance, you go claim palm tree, you for them, you smash your foot, they never cut your foot. You like
I let them not cut your foot, say that pain way they feel, that moment,
yes.
it traumatize you.
Then cut your foot. You know
then make them worse.
You get to find a way now for worker. We're different to how be the worker.
Yes.
Because in life, you get to move. But you move not going to be as fast as it be before. It will be more painful, but you get for devise a way for that you continue. Whether it is painful or smooth, you get for do them. So trauma, na injury, na damage, na hurt, na psychological wound, physical wound, na a bruise, na laceration. That means to say they cut you, baby cut, you left scar. And the word scar, now when they talk about Naya, waiting the wounding left. The damage where he left, he done well. But it not look nice again because he don't get some kind of deformity.
Well, that's more of the deformity now, how it affect your mind.
Yes.
Your mind not normal as it been there before that thing they happen.
Yes.
And because your mind not normal, it even affects your body composition.
There's people that we don't go through rape.
Yeah.
Most of them kind woman and they distrust men.
Yeah.
They don't trust men, so then they go off men completely.
Yeah.
Because of that one single experience.
Some they even become prostitute.
Exactly. So it can affect people in different
So trauma get different way they affect people.
Every human being has a different threshold and different chemistry.
In fact, one of the things the military they always try for achieve now how for train people for accommodate trauma.
Yeah.
During the training period. Then they expose them to a lot of traumatic experiences for making them condition for adopt as being normal. But when a trauma happens to somebody, we're not in a controlled condition. And it happens, say, certain people them, because them feel say they get the upper hand, then for they treat other people and for they expose them to trauma, then that trauma becomes dangerous because it cannot be controlled. And when that trauma, they over a period of time, let we say, people them being run come into safety. Then when they come inside the forest back, people then go meet and they begin taking and they carry them go into slavery. That trauma, it don't print by with DNA. Now part of we. Things then they will they adopt now without asking why would they do this. But it's because people were trying to protect themselves against such trauma. Even this thing what they call witchcraft. You know, say witchcraft, now a way for people them for lie power other people and let them sell them into slavery.
And we get a quick
and 30 days and they lie on people then. Especially old women.
Irrelevant. Very, very.
Now, what's in the modern way, what then they misuse witchcraft? It's a money-making game now. But people don't know. And the new way what then they expose people into trauma, it was past the one that they can't carry them going to slavery. People form all these institutions and call them places of worship. Then they go tell the people them for traumatize them so that they go give money. I hope you understand what you are they say. Then they make prediction to you. How you fumble in a village in a witch. Your auntie in a witch. That makes a man where they go to. Now trauma agent. You know, they tell you nothing good. They tell you what thing they traumatize you for taking money in a yarn. You see, this game of trauma, not to just now it begin. It don't last with me from the 10th century to now. And when you expose people into too much trauma, in a rich side, where then they become very, very negative and destructive. Go ahead, sir.
I'm glad the way you talk about the soldier situation. And the soldier then themselves, even though they train them, for me they're able to absorb the trauma. After war, they get a syndrome what they call PTSD, when a post-traumatic trauma. So even they themselves, some certain things that they what they see where they make they're not normal again.
Mister, have you ever been where there is war? Or now the film the normal they see? You know Timeka? No, I'm very serious. You know Timeka, they ask you.
Your brother.
That war in Sierra Leone up to 1998, I was there. Mister, that sound of fighting alone, the sound, boom, 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 that then alone enough for traumatize any human being. The sound alone, when it is happening close to you, or maybe you hide in some place, a few meters away, you hear a loud explosion, you hear something called nakusa you hide. That alone it do for traumatize you. Not only the body the way they see you. When you see war, when you live war, it's really, really traumatizing, mister.
It is.
If you see it on the film, it's fun.
But even in the
So
film,
take all this into consideration, put them into context, look at Sierra Leone today. Go ahead, sir.
But even the film says, I don't watch film. We didn't see the about cry.
Well, I didn't lie.
This is a film, you know, because somebody wanna go together, wanna pass out na the army, wanna don't get so much fun, wanna don't drink together, wanna don't eat together, wanna don't get girlfriend together, then wanna go to war front, then kill them before you. You then try for escape the distance. You're not even able to say bye-bye properly. You're not even able to help them because the situation where happen to una is not conducive for that or help
No, you can't stay back. You go for a run.
So the guilt when the person is there with, oh, I was not able to say goodbye. Oh, maybe not my fault. I'll not be able to try for help them. This, that. And all them thoughts that they cannot report in the man. Even when they film them, sometimes they're very traumatizing for what they can film them. They see a lot of trauma. And you when they watch them, you can get traumatized.
Yeah.
You know? So I agree with you entirely. And that is not in life.
Why will they bring all them things here into context? We get this habit for avoid looking at the root of the problem, but we want to solve the problem. You can't solve a problem if you don't know the root of the problem. Now we are like, oh, we politicians and this, we politicians. Yes, they are. Nobody can deny that. They are idiots. And they do all the wrong things, so they are idiots.
But now that is one idiot.
The question is, who side them born, who side them grow up?
Not a born idiot. An idiot is a born idiot. Well, they say a dog born in a garage, not going to be sports car. They go steal the dog.
Yes. So you don't get the point where they make. Our politicians are not up to expectation. Why? It's because the country gets a lot of trauma issues for handle. And we're not pay attention to that. Instead, we prefer for lipa we self. What do you mean say lipa we self? We they go take them solutions. We're not to real solutions. We left the real solution. Now we are talking about a peace commission in Sierra Leone. Honestly, we don't need a peace commission. What do we need in Sierra Leone? Now forget trained experts, sociologists, psychologists, psychiatrists. We get with local people them in the various secret societies. We get to paramountship them. Let them sit down. Let them look at the root cause of all this trauma. Where they make somebody who we expect say for be a good leader, they go sit down at State House, they killing people them. Or somebody who expects say for be good leader, they go sit down at State House, he sign bad deals, the country the losses. Why is it so? If then people are sit down, then go back and examine some of the things in our society and why then things they happen. Then the one that we train when I psychiatrists and psychologists and sociologists, then sit down and say, okay, now we don't see the root of the problem. Don't follow this step. It will take we X number of years. We're not patient. We go through then step here. Don't spend the money for do a national program where all man go no say. It no matter whether they talk Timney or Mende or Limba or Loco, but you and the other man, una get connection, una family somehow, una able live together somehow. Not to then days there were people that be they live in clan out of fear. Now we get what's in and calls because the image of Sierra Leone does not exist in most people's mind.
No.
You know, they exist because we are traumatized. So to talk about a peace commission, who are you making peace for Sierra Leone or for Joe Blow or Lamboy?
It is just another way for circumvent the truth, for circumvent with reality.
And that's part of the trauma.
Talking about it, I don't talk to quite a lot of Sierra Leonean brother but in America. It's very easy for them. For talk say, The Afro, they're not serious. They're not better. The Afro, they hate African man because they can't do better past them. I can say to them, I say, man, when I know them people that they experience, when I know their history. Do you guys know how they got there?
That's trauma.
So start with, then see Una as the one that will sell them.
Yeah.
Or the descendants of the one that will sell them.
Yeah.
They want them, will betray them.
Yeah.
So to start with, they don't like you. And when they take them away, you guys never came to look for them.
Yeah.
African man, why picking lost? You know they go look for them. Those people have been lost for over 400 years. They don't go through some gruesome experiences. 400 years.
And then still they go through them.
Yes. You come out to Africa, where you don't get any experience there, you go there and give you cleaning job, all of a sudden, this hegemony, you feel now straight away say, I better pass them. Because I get degree. You know?
Well, but even that feeling of better pass the man are part of the trauma.
Exactly. So when you see black man in America, the African black, we're supposed to be the indigenous, the Afro-American, not like them. Because they said, if you don't sell me, they don't sell me back. They don't come back now. You know?
So that way they think even, but they not trust you.
Exactly. They not trust you. I just they try for, open them up, the possibilities, them way it creates, way all the negative possibilities. You know? So what you talk is so correct. They don't come now. Peace Commission. Whose kind of palava we get?
Do we have palava?
Do we have palava? If we have palava,
we get palava, self, who side that palava come out?
We constitution don't prescribe already the soup what we need for cook for men is sick here. The medicine already in the constitution. Unulefa. Just because we are not for follow the rules, because they're part of the trauma, as you can say, not following rules, it's part of the trauma. Then blame the constitution. Then go make something where not as good as what in the constitution don't prescribe. They call it Peace Commission, where they get the office of the ombudsman.
Not only the office of the ombudsman, because the ombudsman in duty now for regulate conflict within the public service.
Mm-hmm.
The very same constitution, it prescribe, say we forget an institution for mediate amongst the political parties. PPRC.
Yeah.
Is prescribed for by the constitution. Then the constitution prescribe other institutions which will be part of the conflict management
system, yeah,
of the country.
Mm-hmm.
We left down there, we go and form other small groups.
Well, circumvent.
One thing where, not to circumvent, I will let you listen, not to circumvent. One thing where we not get span, we structure as a people,
mm-hmm.
we not understand the essence of Sierra Leone. So any document which relates to Sierra Leone, we easily bypass them for make we own law. The constitution, we broke them because we not respect Sierra Leone. People are always telling you, hey, the constitution is not good. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
It's the biggest lie we are telling ourselves in Sierra Leone.
Let we use that force.
When you look at the Sierra Leone constitution, you look the American constitution, you look the Norwegian constitution, you look the French constitution, by structure, they're all almost the same. I'm not going to say they're not the same, but by structure, they're all almost the same.
Mm-hmm.
And Sierra Leone get laws them, we're better past beaucoup other countries than laws. But they broke them because we are traumatized. When people become over-traumatized, then they become rebellious. And when people become rebellious, then they live in clans, not in big communities. Now, I make all biggie say we not get community. I say we get communities. But the communities are small protection groups, not the national. That community we call Sierra Leone, they exist in most people there. So when then they talk about peace commission, now an institution for go sit down talk case between Mende and Timni, APC, SLPP, 9 and they think about. The constitution already provide for such checks.
We are not very orientated in our indigenous self, who we really are. If you are not orientated in who you are, you not have who that you be. Now make it the way you get accident. A trained medic, and they ask you, what are you date about? Who's are you day? What is today's day? Because they want to know if you are orientated. How you gonna live in an environment you're not aware of your immediate surrounding, your own environment. Now make I can enjoy Sierra Leone and then wait something happen quick. And America they do so. Now England they do so. But Sierra Leone, ask anything about Sierra Leone. You know Sabi don't know.
Like you an example. Like you an example. Eastern province, then get people there than they call Bunduka, not so.
Yeah.
Northern province, then get Bundu, then they not so.
Yes.
You know the difference between Bundu and Bunduka? One, they tell we say, men at that clan where they call Bundu. I made them put Ka. It's a Madingo word to point at a clan. Jakanka, Konyaka. When they say Ka in Madingo, then they refer to a set of people who get the same identity,
cultural belief.
When you take the Ka off the Bundu Ka, it's Bundu. And the Bundus, their origin are from Senegambia.
Yeah, all.
The Bundus then come up from a Fulani kingdom, what they mean called Bundu. The person who formed that Fulani kingdom in a Malik Sea. Now in great grandpikin, now in be we thought Governor General Banja Tijansi.
Yep.
You see, as you rightly say, we don't know we origins. So therefore, that image say whether the man they talk Mende, then they talk Timini, then they talk Limba, we get what's in common amongst we, he absent to we. And what he make it absent? Now because long years, the very people that they live in Sierra Leone now they catch themselves, they sell into slavery. Because that man come on at the north, they can at the south, can catch people and they go sell. And then they come on at the south, you go at the east, go catch people and they go sell. That trauma, now they affect with national unity. So
I'm glad the way you bring this Bundu and Bunduka scenario. I want to take this opportunity now to talk to Sierra Leone. Make them be orientated very much in who we are. Just like what you talk. You get for know how you come out. For you know how you did. For you know how you go. Well, again, news for Sierra Leone. If you're not Camara, whether you did not Cambia, you did not Pujon, you did not Bombali, you did Kenema, you did by the Liberian border, you did Guinea, you did Senegal, you did Mali. Any sign of the world, una get the same ancestors. Una are the same people.
Well, I tell you now, outside Camara then come out.
If you're not Toure, I become my brother. If you're not Toure, once for you not Toure, whether you
Tarawali.
You didn't.
Tarawali, add Tarawali and Toure are the same name.
Are the same. And also the how you call it, the Taki them. They are Toures. The Takis are also Toures.
Yeah.
Wherever you come out in the world, whether you say you're not Chimney, you're not Mende, you're not Loco, you come out Guinea, you did Liberia, you did Senegal, anywhere watching that today, you get the same ancestry, the same great grandpa. What thing happened in those days, communication is not as fluid as it is so.
Yeah.
If you move, you go some side. But can you imagine what we grow up with the telegram almost days they take for Larry, past 1 week. So if you come out, you go some side where not accessible. Go sometimes you work up 3 months for you reach, or then 2 years for you reach. Once you reach there, you don't cut off from the family.
Exactly.
So when you go to give a local woman, you start a new Ture clan. But that Ture clan, they not detached.
Some not they even sit down, they some go, they go and come, but because he get other woman who don't born other picking day, it extend the family.
Exactly. But in those days, the go and cannot be easy.
Now, where they carry they 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months before they member for turn back.
You know? Well, some man go outside come out, it's not very accessible. So outside come, he can't make money there. They say home is outside the live. So they make their home. They not go again. But that does not mean say it don't lost the ancestry. But now this orientation what we not get, now in a part of the glue, we don't lost. But the reality is, you na Bangura. Every Bangura are your family. If you na Kuruma, why you feel to say Ghana get Nkrumah? Now Kuruma. You can have Liberia, they get Kuruma. You can have Sierra Leone, they get Kuruma. You gonna give
Ghana, they get Kuruma and Kamara. That's you know.
Same ancestry.
Then they are the north of Ghana. Then they are a region what they call Gonya.
All right.
Now they want to tell you say the Kamara and the Kuruma then come out from that region between Ghana, Burkina Faso, northern Cote d'Ivoire. You been get a kingdom they would then call Kong Empire. When Mali been a collapse, the people then break into small kingdom, but most of them kingdom they, because of this slave trade we've been there with the Arabs they're not able to survive. And some of them people they move come towards the forest. Some back because trade been there for can't take slaves and salt and other things, then they move come to the forest. The Kuruma and the Kamara, and so they enter into the forested region we call Mano River Union today.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we talk about them people here, they're not only particular about Sierra Leone, it's about the Mano River Union.
Yeah, yes.
The Mano River Union are the same people than they.
Same people then.
Are the same people.
You get Sawiana Guinea. You get Sawiana.
The person will start that Kong kingdom in name day. In name Sheku Watara. Sheku Watara. But when the kingdom break down, the Kuruma and the Kamara then come towards Sierra Leone. The Kamara then settle mostly in Guinea and Sierra Leone. The Kuruma then, they had more knowledge, so they go towards the coast. When you look at Sierra Leone today, you'll find the Kurumas mostly in the coastal areas. Okay? They go across north-south. You hardly find Kuruma, now then Kailang. But when you can them Moyamba, Port Loko, Bombali, Cambia, Bont district, Pujan district, you meet Kuruma then.
Yeah.
This is what we don't know, and at the reason you make, we're not able to live together. Instead, we live in clans. We are still traumatized, and when we take that into national politics, we act as individuals, and all the people that are around what we grow up with, when are part of we clan, then they gravitate around we. Now I make politics divide, I divide so. We don't need a peace commission. We need for examine the entire and find a solution.
For confirm what you talk about moving into the forest, will people again for no say when we break after we the empire for them, people then break into smaller groups. When you broke into smaller groups, you become vulnerable to bigger groups.
Yeah.
Or
stronger people.
They can raid. Then smaller people there, catch them, sell them like I go catch fall. And even in Europe, it happen. In those
It
days,
happen all over the world, and it still they happen.
in those days, Norway was a small Nordic state. In those days, medieval days, they were very powerful. They were strong. Then they get serious warrior them. Then they come to England, then they can raid England, and they catch women, and then they carry them go.
Now
So
waste
because of that,
time. Now waste time. Later you side and still there.
even the English, they run away from the coast.
Later you side the Norwegians and still there. Scotland. The Scottish people are Vikings.
Yeah.
The same way when look, the difference between Scottish language and Norwegian language is very small.
Very small.
It's small because time don't modify what's in called Scottish now mixed with Saxon and other language.
Environment.
But what's in the way then they use pan Scottish, we are the same way Norwegian they call them.
Yeah.
And when I get names in England, we are Scandinavian names. Runi, Kai. Even that place where now they call York, my Norwegian name, now Järvik. Järvik. Then modify now we name York. The Scottish man, that vacuum cleaner. When you meet a Scottish man, ask how then they call him in Scottish. Are the same word then they use in Norwegian. Støvsuger. Støv, that not dirty. Sugar, till they soccer.
Man,
the world now one place. But with time, we're not able to understand that because people don't care about who they are. Now everybody wants to be the big man, ride the most expensive car, build the biggest house. So they forget who that will be. And now because of that, we don't get all them problems here. With trauma, they go from one level to another.
Hey, brother, I've been talking to somebody recently.
Mm-hmm.
This person has been back.
Mm-hmm.
But the person has to say,
mm-hmm.
I say, you know, Limba Madinga. And I say, no, the grandpa Madinga. And I say, Modesta.
He say, what is?
Madinga. I say, una family. I don't see all the siblings there. You see that ebony black? That ebony black, not short of being a Senegambian. It is so evident, Pauna, that you cannot be anything. Na Madinga, we will go send to another place. Na him, na una ancestry.
Ask the man first if you know the meaning of the name Sise. That name is from Senegambia. Sise, Fofana, Jakite, Jawara, Njai. These are all Senegambian names. Kanu is Senegambian.
Yeah.
But in Senegambia, these are the people they call Kunate. Mansari is Senegambian. Who they call them Mansari? Mansari.
Yeah. Well, name like what you talk about the Scottish and the Norwegian. You see, this demography switch. As how they move, when they get exposure, when environments they change, so when linguistics they evolve with everything else.
Yeah, when you go mix with other people, you get for adopt them words, then self-adopt your word. Now so languages then grow.
Like that. What he makes so man say, what's a Nambara? So some of them say Nambara Soto. The same thing, they turn outside of. You know, but at the same thing, they are neighbors, then close. So these are the things where they give we the benchmarks. The benchmarks are there. But since you are not orientated, even when they put them before you, they know. Like somebody be they talk, they say, woman, we don't suffer abuse. Man don't abuse for years, for decades. He said, do you realize when he meets a good man, you don't even realize? Because all you know is abuse. So if
but
it's a good man now, you're not even able to identify.
The same with men.
Yeah.
If you have been victim of women and tricks, when you meet a woman, we're not getting tricked, and they still look on the same way.
They look at the same way. No,
Now, over some time, if you're observant, you're going to say, no, this different.
This is different.
And even the woman, after some time, you go begin to understand, say, no, this man different. So that's where patience and mindfulness, that word mindfulness, MINDFULNESS. Now, one thing we would lack as a race with the black people.
The good part, dictation and spelling.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
With the black people, we lack mindfulness. What's in a mindfulness? Something happen, rather than you react instanta, you take you time, you think over them, you turn on your mind, you ask yourself questions. What's in my own part on this problem? Why I contribute? You accept, say, yes, this is your fault on this level. Then you look the other man in fault. Then you go meet and say, but paddy, so, Tino. Una discuss them. It not necessarily means una they discuss them, una go be nice to each other. Wamat go there, but you control the situation, let una get an understanding. That's mindfulness. These are the things we lack.
That is why.
And they make with trauma, they grow every day, because rather than we sit down and follow the approach here, we they look at how for blame Jack, blame Jane, blame Lamboy, blame Capper, blame that. So every day we get the energy of hate inside we. Then when they make you president, you for kill, bullet for bullet.
I will tell you. But that is why I often say, mortal man, to some level, whether you like it or not, you get for reason.
You get yes, you know why we for reason?
And it can be daddy.
Go ahead.
Because if you're not reason, you can never be reasonable.
Well, you just summarize them where people not they understand.
And this thing where you talk so, now one of the most serious wisdom keys about life. Anything will happen, you do a reflective account.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, how did this happen? Which part are played on this thing here?
Take your own part. Blame yourself.
Make your
peace with yourself.
By the time when you finish that, you go see the amount of tolerance level where go down.
You get for the next man.
You don't accumulate.
Yeah.
You say, this year, not just me, I take part for them. So I get for take them. Then I can tell you, say, one power come across, tell me for say, brother, you young, you fiery, you get this youthful exuberance, you get this youthful boisterousness. It's a where you turn so, you look at everything with a microscope, both of your eyes. When you see all the faults, then you go home. You see, then you begin to call all the blame the way you see. It's a rather go in there, cover one eye, the guy they look penny for look. So you see him, you know, in a fair way. Then you look yourself properly with your two eye. When you see the fault them where you don't accumulate, the fault the way packed by you, you don't get any other alternative. But now for be tolerant, you say, but what get that fault there? Who am I? I can't judge this fault in here. And make Jesus be tell that crowd, we go for Google stone that woman in Aragia. Is there one can stone this woman? Make one person fauna. We want to throw this stone here. If you not get any stone them. They all leave them stone and go because quickly they realize it. Just like that woman, they are sinners. And at this, we black people, Sierra Leone in particular, we always they try for belief, say we are superior, others are inferior. We believe.
Well, you know the reason why would they behave that way?
Talk to me.
Now, part of the trauma. Trauma, especially you say people them in the life and people them so that then go take them, go sell them into slavery. Trauma at that level, they come with denial. And denial line they make with they see other people and say, now then they're at fault, not we. You understand?
Yeah.
When people are in denial, they are always right, the other side is wrong. The next thing with that trauma they do, in as much as we're in denial constantly, we not trust each other. If you say now you're always righteous, then you for able to trust people that were not righteous and lead them for be righteous. But the people who preach to be perfect most times are the ones you find most untrustworthy.
Exactly. Go back.
That's how trauma, they change people, their behavior, and make them self-destructive.
Now we go
you
back
understand?
to the olden days. One of the things that we cause a lot of them trauma, they are polygamy.
Well, polygamy is a recent factor. I will agree with that.
My granny be the tell me about some story then. We man married plenty of women. You don't marry this woman, yeah? Then the other woman, they don't can see for say, this one don't become the backer.
Then they go lie, pana.
What you see gets belly? Then they go to the local midwife. Then go convince them, then bribe them. For there, he put witchcraft on the woman, saying that makes it fun and difficult for born the pikin.
Yeah.
So that said, they then go put stigma on the pikin. Like if not chieftaincy, make it not qualify for that chieftaincy, they make your own pikin and get, because once way they don't get that stigma, then the pikin them don't get blemish.
Or then go lie, say that belly that woman get, now other man get.
Exactly.
These are all part of the trauma. We don't build into a modern condition now. We
They say he get boyfriend, I make it difficult for born or the weak.
Yes.
And if you look at it, one famous book where we all read, we see how it caused big destruction of South Africa. Shaka Zulu. The way how they treat him mama, Nandi, the kings and Zakakona. We see the way they banish that woman, the woman go with pain.
So where go born this Baba became king and he became very wicked.
He's very resentful. Even like Papa first, he be
collateral. Well, buddy, who say don't reach so? Yeah. Let hang on the law not talk about salon.
You know, it is all over. It is all over. The signs that they're all over. But are we reading them? Are we putting ourselves in the time zone? Are we claiming it? We're busy to claim British culture, we claim American culture. Then we are resentful of who we are. And if we not identify and own up to that, my brother, we are stuck. And that's the reason why we don't stagnate. And you say we pass stagnation.
Stagflation.
Stagflation. Well, no wonder we pass stagnation because we are stagnant.
The stagflation now because the state of Sierra Leone does not exist. Sierra Leone is a country of several countries.
Yeah.
So the national economy cannot work. Private economies run well. The national economy cannot run because the people are so traumatized, they cannot work together as a unit called Sierra Leone. You understand?
Yeah.
And until we approach this trauma issue and heal ourselves from them, we are going to go round and round and around the same circle.
We don't have a choice. That trait should be killed. It should be eliminated. But once a day, we are stuck. We future, it bleak.
And do you know the way to eliminate that?
Now, that's where we are at. Start the ball rolling. I'm behind you, sir.
First and foremost, we'll get for revise with educational system for suit with cultural and development needs. This kind of education, what they give itself, It traumatize we, not a help we.
Mm-mm.
All this rubbish about I have a PhD, etc., is part of the trauma.
Trauma. Yep.
You don't need to talk about what you have. You only have to do what you need to do.
What you
Then
need to
people
do.
will see the products and the results. Okay? People look all over the place wanting to show themselves. Now, highly traumatized people.
Well,
And
what
look
in
at Sierra Leone, that's what you see.
what in West Sabi, the very first trait way they show and selflessness.
Yes.
Because life is not, it's never been about you. It's about
No, it's not. You are part of the number of cells existing.
And if you go to the natural world, there are certain things that they, when they demonstrate that before we every day how life was salad.
Yeah.
One of them, na tick. Where mango they grow, where it be a fruit, the mango tick no they eat them, and the people them around and they eat them, and then they enjoy them. Anybody, if you get a trade, you learn something. If that trade day where you do, it not be of benefit to your surrounding, the people them around you, then your trade is as useless as you are. Like for instance,
well, the other side will make it useless. If you have a trade, if you have a skill that can produce goods and services, and you cannot use it to produce goods and services, then there will be no demand and supply.
Exactly.
And
when you look at this theory where are they putting so, when a wisdom key, the example we go give in natural life, in human situation, Bill Gates, he says, he makes computer all over the world.
Well, not to make them popular.
Yes. Well, now he named the no for it.
Yeah, because the computer be don't start since Second World War.
Any time where you go, where you get desktop, now you bring a gun at the home.
Yeah.
Now you put them in the home. Because it be big. First time computer and big pass house. Now you make a small, let you enter inside host them. So now you don't know. Let us look at the river. River not they drink by your water. It is have all the village around them. All man they drink by the water. But the water not they drink itself. Never. That is how a leader will be. Leader should always serve the environment, improve the lives of others. When you drink the water, when you go, that is maximum satisfaction from that water source. So you go respect the water. But guess what? The sun, from where God make walk out of this world here, when you clean the sun, not the field. They shine every day with body. They get the vitamin D. In the sun, you know they enjoy your light too. If they give you light the whole day for long, how they go. If they make manufacture vitamin D, if they make the tick them, all they get fruits because now they photosynthesize. Photosynthesis. So all what in the sun they do is good for everybody. If you get your PhD, you're able to do something profitable now your community. You go be valued. But not about just come out.
But we're not going able to get for do that.
When you gonna cook ribafa, they call you doctor. You gonna poyo bafa, they call you doctor. But the area where you specialize, you know, able to do nothing there, but you make difference now that people in life. You know? And quite a lot of people them. And they come in, brother, but let people know this trauma business. Because when people they talk about for do things in our society, Sierra Leone and the first way they think about you not can build facts, you not can build facts, they not get money. No. There are things and the way they do now in community. Like for instance, Gandhi no be get money. Gandhi na man where a land book, he wear
lawyer.
Oh yes, na porcelain cloth. He waiting.
Now been lawyer. He was a qualified lawyer trained in South Africa.
Yes. He waiting porcelain cloth. Very simple life. Not to what he wear matter. Not to he make Martin Luther admire him, he follow mantra. He follow him because he do something admirable. Because in those days, the British were a formidable military force for challenge them. He challenged them via hand. He not use stone, he not use nothing. He used his mind, he used the intellect. He said, "Una kill me." He said, "But here now we get here. And we have to have some respect and dignity." He made that sacrifice.
You see, I mean, they tell you say,
yes,
we need for change with education and make them culturally useful and developmentally useful.
Yeah.
The best you can get from an educated class today are for talk and write a book. Few they will get certain skills where they go use for change conditions, like those in engineering, those in technology. But you cannot have a country where 80% of the people have education that is non-productive. That country not ever go before.
Exactly.
So even the education what they get, now part of the trauma.
Yep.
You say I don't learn book, but you're not able to produce nothing. Pass you wait, let them employ you, you're not able to create job for yourself.
Hey.
With time, you become so frustrated. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
The 10% were able to produce for themselves, even themselves, they not get access to certain facilities for make them able to promote themselves and grow. That's another level of problem. Then, above all, you bring the example of Gandhi, a trained lawyer, we born in South Africa, I go South Africa, I go school to university. He left, they go 9 countries, and people then come out. He go be leader there. He lead them into independence. Why did he do that? Because he was not traumatized. You would never see a Sierra Leonean moving to go to Sierra Leone to go and make that place. We go there to destroy Sierra Leone when we go. Secondly, the Sierra Leonean in Sierra Leone will prefer to run away from Sierra Leone than going back there.
That is why.
You see, the trauma, now look at from multifaceted points. Now look at from different angles. We minds they not work correctly. So everything we appreciate is wrong. And because everything is wrong, we do everything wrong.
Yeah.
We want to do good, but we do it wrongly.
It's like if you want for cook. I don't know if you're a man with cook like me.
As I be cook pass you, buddy.
Well, that we go do that challenge day.
All right, go ahead, talk what you want to talk.
But when they cook, the relish is the way they use it as good as what you produce.
Yeah.
If the meat rotten, first and foremost, you get for yourself how you cook.
Yeah.
You know very well you know who cook the local with that meat.
No, it's not a cook.
You know.
Take the onions. That would say the onions, you get one way good, you get one way don't begin soft. You get different sauce way they use them.
Exactly. That is
if you use that onions we don't begin soft pan stew, now you want to eat them.
That is why. Because you see, you get people them will learn certain things them, but they don't know how to practice within a land.
Because we educational system not they teach with that.
Because they don't understand the concept.
Yes.
You ask them why you they put granite pan cassava leaf. Me and somebody be the talk, then is there. You don't know.
I don't know. You ask them and the woman why they put that younger
okra, bonnet.
The one they use that young cacao.
Cocoa. Yeah.
Why they put them?
Why they put
them? You got to say that's what meet them they do. I know.
That's what meet them they do. You're not able to explain that to you, but simply now you buy in essence.
So the person not even get time for see don't think say let's change this thing from this to this so the soup will be better.
Exactly.
Just like when the Chinese don't take rest now, then they make noodles.
You see, so these are the things where you know the rationale of why this is done. You will become innovative. It will make you able to find alternatives because you know waiting it entails.
Yeah.
But when you just see flour and water, you don't know why they put the water and the flour. Waiting at the desired effect will make the flour and the water they bind together for them make pasta or spaghetti. Like I tell somebody the other day, them spaghetti they're all different. I say why they call them spaghetti? Because they're all not the same mixture.
Not the same mixture.
Italian food, the shape of the pasta, now in again the name. You get penny, a penny shape. You get tagliatelle, a flat. You get spaghetti, a different shape. You get macaroni, a different shape. Yeah. But the mixture are the same, the shape.
Are the same thing, are the same ingredients.
They make ravioli. Now that same thing they take make how they call this other one, they call it one fusilli.
Just like the same ingredients where they take make bread and cake, now they make pizza with.
So these
you understand?
Things. Yeah, these are the things. You know you stop. If you know you stop, you don't know why you do this. Why you not for do this. What you make
and another thing I want to add. Every discipline getting level of research. And what you call research, now for go back into history. But for the Sierra Leonean, that word history, now something irrelevant. Now something about story. And knowledge is built on stories.
Well,
what we read today that we call the Quran is a story. What we read today that we call the Bible is a story.
You know, in our history.
Now my own story.
Now your story, his story. His story. That's how it came about. His story. That's how
and when you say his story.
And when his story become yours, it can flavors them. Like what you talk. When we education reflect who we are, reflect the environment, reflect on what they produce. But when they do engineering in Sierra Leone, they do mining engineering. And I'm mining, I will niche.
As a matter of fact, talking about mining engineering, we get with local mining skills. We get with local construction skills.
Yeah.
Have these been adopted at the university for do research on them and improve on them?
They are not interested.
They are not, because we are not interested in history. Anything concern research na history. You got to go back and find out what it make them in take that tick, then tamp on that rope, then tie this stick so cross them, they make bridge where they last for years. How can we improve on that technology?
And he come back, so who shall we come out? The subject will talk about the trauma.
Trauma.
For you to know why would they behave all the kind with they are, you got to go back and see who side they stick whap you.
Yeah.
Because they say, no, look who you for the look who you buck your food.
Exactly.
So we have to go back. Who we buck that with food. Let we know how we come out here with cacto. Say we can carry it here. How we navigate through that cacto till we reach our reach. Look at me.
And another thing where I want guide you, who they talk about, look who you buck your food. Not also you for them. Because we are so traumatized, we don't go for accept life as being the lifetime of Boy Jallo or the lifetime of Imran Toure. Some of these things happened before we were born. And what we are doing today will affect generations yet unborn. I hope you understand the point where there is.
I get you.
Because we are so traumatized, That self-protection is, well, I try for myself. After us, when me tell Richard die. So you not care for find out who side the cause come out. You not care for make provision for those coming after you. And because we get that mentality, one of the products of our society is they make we become so selfish and greedy.
Too much.
That we not care about other people and welfare. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
That selfishness and greed. Now they make we they go into politics and do all the wrong things. Or the minute you get public job, you get all they can't tell and not forget yourself. Eh? Also after we come out of the office, they close.
You know, the other day, I make an audio.
If they tell that man, say, not forget yourself, does that mean that after I come out of the office, they close? So in your picking self, no go can work there tomorrow?
I make an audio, then they say, we go viral. Where I mean, and say, let we not be troubled. Let we try for the why. Let we identify we fall. We learn from them first.
Yeah.
You see, there is a craze to be lawyers in Sierra Leone. Because, you see, lawyers is about women. They are bullies. And it meets this trauma situation where they talk about. That they are the leaders, that they are the pack, that they know everything. That is the reason why
and when you begin to talk to them, they want you to believe that you cannot talk at their level. Maybe you know better than them.
Exactly. Lawyers are the worst leaders everywhere in the world. Now, only two known in the whole world where be modest, where they get empathy, where they give them people and dignity and respect, and even in culture. Now, Gandhi and Mandela. Now, Sierra Leone, the people them, where Puel Sierra Leone. When are them Puel SLPP? A lot of people don't know this. Hey, Batan Macaulay, Gashon Collier, Abu Koroma, Albert Magai, Navo, Masakale, YDCC, Kendurin. Now below they all.
Yeah.
They feel to say them better past the traditional.
Well, I will let you get one thing clear.
Uh-huh.
This issue about lawyers in Sierra Leone, it gets a history.
Bad one.
And the history not come out from the Western lawyers. It come out from we culture and traditions.
Yeah.
Every culture in Sierra Leone begets their lawyer. But these lawyers, then because we get our bullying culture, they made themselves untouchables. Now that we don't transfer into the foreign law. So, lawyers in England don't behave like our lawyers in Sierra Leone.
They don't even call them lawyer. That is your profession.
One of my neighbor na lawyer. Pastor is a lawyer.
Now, Mister. In England, we carry the culture. This law, lawyers are called
less than 50 meters from me on the road. Now a lawyer did it, and a very successful and filthy rich one. But every morning when he come on, they meet that man, it's him up, they cut grass. Summer term, winter term, and tea grass no day. Summer term, they meet life, team up now they cut grass. So if you know they cut grass, they prune in flower. If not so that, in dog they walk by foot.
Well, if not
a lawyer.
If not alone one, they grab the money, they put coat and tie. You don't have veranda.
He get out the whole in bag.
They drink in a hot climate.
He get out the whole in bag. Not forget Sandy.
Anyway, when I make that audio, the 90 man called me. He said, "Hey, I like the way you would think analysis. But you're not there with lawyer." Now I say, why? He said, because there are some leader and they way now lawyer and we do good. Now I say name them. So this my honorable brother here. Now he's a lawyer. And then he called Tony Blair. Now I say Tony Blair, not a successful leader. I say, you know, the weapon of mass destruction. Now he arrogant, make them plan of power. Very arrogant. He not listen to advice.
The person talk to you now, Sierra Leonean?
Yes.
Does he know the damage that guy has caused to Sierra Leone?
He don't know the damage Tony Blair caused. Tony Blair is part of the corruption at Sierra Leone. He used the corruption to his advantage to make money.
But this is what the Europeans have always done.
Exactly.
They have always used our ignorance, idiocy to their advantage. That's what you call Westminster Group. Whether now we airport the Czech people them. Not Tony Blair get that company.
Of course.
They were how they had the aviation today. Now Tony Blair care and go there. Go ahead, Westminster.
This is why I'm saying our people are not orientated in their affairs.
We don't find out, Imran. It's not a matter of orientation. We're not mindful enough for investigate and find out.
The reason we can use the word orientation and for let them see how free they be. Because if you're not person, like I guess on my party, they go find if their wife know they can't make you a cup of tea because they don't know side the sugar day. How you go there now you host, you don't know side the sugar day.
Some man not even know sign trust is the inside. Because that the woman they broker, we ready for commodity, that the woman they lay on a bed.
Exactly. Then he bring another one.
If he say a joke,
he say Tony Blair.
If he say a joke, are they joke? Man, they don't know side and host, then sus and trust is the inside the host.
You know? So that they, you don't see that Sierra Leone in most cases, when the man they die, the woman they live long. Even any woman they live long, seven more. But mostly, when the woman die, the man not they say, oh.
Yeah, because I'm lazy, Joe. He not be able to do nothing for himself. He not able to do nothing for himself. When the woman die, that trauma na in the killer. Say, Amy, I don't call her for this.
We're not going to make tea for me in the morning. We're not going to look for me. You know? So, anyway, now they say, yeah, I think that you're right. Tony Blair, not a good example. Another good leader that Bill Clinton. Now I say, but my brother, you know the friend cause. You don't forget about Monica's gate. You don't forget about Monica's gate and the Hineli and the problems the way it gets all over the place, take command power. Then where are we put down? Then they bring Obama. Obama will kill Gaddafi, the brother. Are you serious? He apologized for that, say make a mistake. Because lawyers not get a culture for listening. Then about taking the win. Now for win. I mean win the argument. And that is a serious flaw for leadership. Serious flaw. Now that makes the best people for leadership, as we can say, na teacher.
You know what I can enjoy Pansalon lawyer?
Mugabe, na teacher. Kwame Nkrumah, na teacher. Even Lenin, Joseph Stalin, na teacher.
You know what I can enjoy Pansalon lawyer them?
This guy, what's his name? Julius Nyerere, na teacher.
I've been teacher, yes.
Kwame Nkrumah, na teacher. All the good leaders them will have very good footprint. Why? Because they're not karmoko. When they say car, what's a car? They get patience.
They get patience.
And then they're selfless. Teachers are the only profession where once make a karane better pass time. In a gladly back, they can't say that but where you teach. It don't have zero the Quran. It don't get qualification. It's a pronounced pass you. They say, have you always noted this Bobo will do well? They make up the put emphasis for now. He go meet the boy, bless him back. Lawyer know they do that too. Lawyer, if you tell them for say the person will do apprenticeship through good person, it will sue you.
Say the fine way for making that person they get bad name.
You know, so teachers they get a character in them, and the same character nine nurses they get, nine social worker they get, because they get multiplicity of role. A teacher na a counselor. A teacher na a social worker. A teacher na mama na papa. Because that environment,
you know the Latin word for that?
And even Jesus Christ na be teacher. Prophet Muhammad na be teacher too.
You know the Latin word for mama and papa? In place of mama and papa?
Na teacher.
The teacher, you know the Latin word where they use for describe that?
When he used to scratch fire, bro.
In loco parentis. In loco parentis. In the place of the parent.
Wow.
I can enjoy we learn them as alone and they talk Latin. Some of them know then go school, they tell me Latin be done die. I did Latin in school.
But the teacher, the lawyer where they were you would that make it be lawyer, not the teacher.
No, and they say one of the things they can use for downplay people them, where they make it and quote Latin word.
Yes.
Pro bono.
Yeah.
Locus standi. These are things some of us did in school.
Not
And the language you are using now is a dead language.
We call
only that in law, in sciences, then still get certain phrases and words, so then they use. We come up from that language.
Yeah.
So then you make I can just say, what are these guys saying? They think we don't know. Like the time they teach Prince of Wales, the guy who been there, Nelson Williams. He been get a habit, he get one small Latin book, anything go pants staff meeting. He go and begin to come for reader. One day that tell I say Nelson, but left for waste with them. I say I study Latin like you. If you allow they talk Latin, Lord can sit on my office, they talk. And the way they talk make sure say you get whiskey or low they drink. Why don't check how they cost you?
I'm telling you. Well, if you look at Latin, quite a lot of English words they are Latin derived. Like the other day, I mean, a really exciting important they talk about discipline. Discipline comes from a Latin word. Disciple, it comes from a Latin word. And disciple and discipline, they're very, very, very synonymous. They get similar origin. You know, it's about being a teacher. It's about being a follower. And if you discipline,
well, let me tell you something today to shock you. All those words that we consider as Latin words, they had their origin from Greece. And the Greek words have their basic origin in the Middle East. Now I make the languages spoken in Europe are called Indo-European. Even the alphabet is Arabic. Alif. Alif. A. Not I will get forget time for discuss then in a day. You see, those things we are taking through periods, then change. Now the same way with languages then develop in Africa.
Pythagoras.
That's what they call Mende today. You know, they exist before the 19th century. That language, you know, they exist. Timni, not been they exist before the 16th century. So, where is this reason for make what they can't see on the insult we self today? 1, trauma. 2, lack of understanding, ignorance.
Ignorance.
Now the 2 things, and that's when our biggest challenge in Sierra Leone. If we're able to solve anything and all this political turmoil they done. If we're able to solve the ignorance level, and that's all them 2 things are what they talk now, willing things them. You know, the first person for Duam. I have knowledge today that I never studied in school or university. Because I'm willing to find out.
Curious.
Yes.
Curiosity.
And trauma, you know the heal if you're not willing. I'll give you an example. I used to smoke cigarettes. When I'm ready for Hendam, I took myself out of it without having to consult anybody because I was willing. There are people who are drug users. They don't care, they go rehab umpteen times and still live on the drug, not so? You know why?
Mhm.
Because the mind no make up in mind it for left. So trauma healing, moving out of ignorance to acquire more knowledge. Then two things then they not way for willing for do. When you willing for do them, then you'll be guided through processes. And especially in these modern times, where you get YouTube, you get internet, anything where you want change, you're able to change them. The time where people and they spend on WhatsApp and then they talk and curse each other. If they're going to YouTube, they search for materials, way educational. Some man will be tailor tomorrow just by looking at YouTube. Some man will be carpenter next tomorrow just by looking at YouTube. It's the way we think. But why would they think so? Because of trauma. The trauma they don't limit, we say, we first don't look to God. We not get nothing for do. Now, we not they don't look to God, we they don't look to Papa government. If government not able to do for we they don't look to international community. Now they pan so. But when they don't chief election, man, they allow to international community.
The trauma not to make will not believe they will do anything for we say far to wait for international community.
You know the trauma.
They blame that. You know? When you go shout, you call anybody where you need for call. The end of the day, the reality is all yours.
If you don't do it, it will not be done.
The reality is all yours.
I think we don't come so far today with this topic, and I believe say the one that we've been listening to, we are this Mr. Ture they call. Let's see if I can take in call. Yes, sir. How are you, sir? Right, so I know they hear you clearly. I don't know what you. Hello? I don't try for reset them. I think now the cable get problem. Now, I they hear you now. Mr. Ture, they hear you, you namesake?
No, tell me, brother, not tell me namesake.
Now you namesake.
We got the same ancestry. No namesake.
And not they hear you.
You name Abu, you say name Abu. But when it comes
I think that the cable then get problem.
He and I are one family.
Okay.
We come from the same stock.
Okay. Okay, so fumble them. We don't do justice to this topic today.
I enjoy them. I quite enjoy
them. And we go fend them for repeat and back. Now go to the next stage because we're not done at it. As we always they say, this is not a place for make we can get knowledge that we improve on we self. Una way they watch we they appeal to una help for distribute this platform, let people then know about them. Yeah, well, they talk about Madabio, they talk about Samoa Kama, they talk about it all. But we have no obligation to any of them. It's about Sierra Leone. And these people are key players in Sierra Leone today. Now begin ask, why then people are not able to do things right? Why is it always them for Depan, hala, fate, and division? The reason now we they deal with. So this trauma, a part of it. Trauma, they don't build mistrust now with society. Trauma, they don't make we divide ourselves into small groups. Today they call them tribes. Now we don't translate the trauma into APCians and SLPPians, as my colleague say.
Now nationality.
So until we address this trauma issue, this problem is there for us. How do we address it? Maybe the next program will they come, now for can look at how we go address trauma. What are some of the things they will go do? We don't begin talk about some of them. One, now bring the chief them, let them get more role for perform. Two, now talk about decentralization, because if people, you say, then for live in small groups, if they don't accept, say, okay, we all go live in small groups inside that area, what they call Sierra Leone, sometimes go better.
You talk something where before they go about this because it's happening. And it is the reality in our community. Where they talk, say, when we Mali empire scatter, we break into small groups, small class. And we don't develop that as a trait. Do you know any time what we gather? If we form a group, we form some group that is inside the group.
But not so they.
Right
it's
now,
part of our DNA.
Right now, na London, where are they so? And they talk and without hesitation. They team the group where the problem done for them.
Because they get group inside the group.
You get group inside the group already.
You get the Koya team on one side, you get the Konike team on the other side.
Now the Lokomotamane feel to say they're superior and they want to take charge over the company and the other one. So they don't begin the tug of war. You know? You are a group. And Sierra Leone, even Mende, Galinas Mende, is different from Mayamba Mende.
They're not a meet up.
Onyaka Mende, they're different person. But if we come together and say, we are all na Mende, we are get for give and take. Now, this Sierra Leone are not happy. Everybody want to take all.
Well, I think we need for deal with this issue deeply.
Yes.
We need for deal with them deeply.
Look at APC. You say no, not call them. It's a clear manifestation of a subgrouping inside a group.
But now una get CEO, una get SOB.
You know a party. You know very well what's the meaning of party. Are people of like mind, similar ideologies.
No, you don't have that. You don't have that. You have a CEO.
For win election.
Head of a corporate business.
How we go come together? All man get your own program. All monkey only tail. God for we all. So we don't fail and we not going to ever win election because the whole purpose is for us to get one vision, one ideology, one concept, one vision, one focus. That's what makes
it unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
And SLPP got the same thing. They don't pull warning.
No, they a deep pass APC. Now show it, not show face it.
Anybody can be.
Listen, SLPP, it deep pass APC. Now show it, not show face it.
Hey, brother, this topic here is very uniquely Sierra Leonean because everywhere you go, you look Sierra Leonean, there is subdivide.
Now the trauma. Now I make us say we go deal with them back, but I don't know if Friday not the most appropriate time for continue. But honestly, now the trauma now in our problem. We are a highly traumatized race.
Very, very.
And that's why even when we come out into the diaspora, we defend it difficult for work as a team. Nigeria get more tribes per saloon.
Yeah, but they work.
But Nigerians work together in the diaspora.
They are better.
They get Nigerian Association in England, not so?
Yeah, they get Ghanaian one. They even get Ghanaian doctors.
Do you have a Sierra Leonean Association?
Of doctors, no.
No, forget about doctors. Sierra Leonean Association for Sierra Leoneans.
National identity.
We get her? Nigerians then get her.
We don't.
When it's all Nigeria get independence, then they make something for celebrate their independence as a group. Anytime Ghana get independence, then they make something for celebrate their independence as a group. Do we have a Sierra Leonean association that leads celebration in the United Kingdom, United States, etc.? We don't.
Hey, brother, outside the know say we lack knowledge, we lack idea, we ignorant, we fool, we foolish, we childish, we kindergartenish. You know where? Now, where we get independence, Salomon is saying Salumba today. How it will be Salumba today, where people are inside the country, where big pass the country.
Me when they talk to a big pass the country.
How you go call
me when they talk to a big pass salon.
You know?
So that's na me born salon.
Salon big pass me 1 year.
Na me born salon.
So me and salon are compete, I contemporary, primary. It is just crazy. Salon on there over 2.
You know, you come with a very important point before they go. You see this issue of oversimplifying things are part of the trauma. The trauma don't make we so confused that we have stopped thinking. So everything has to be simplified. And the human race is not made to think simple.
We are complex people.
No, minus you being complex. Your charge for passing here on earth is to take dominion over the earth. And if you have to take dominion over the earth, you have to think complex. We don't think. We want everything in a golden platter. Now, in a culture, we blame.
When you try for insist, when you try for assert, say no. There's another way of looking at it. There's something on the label you are. You get nah.
If you care about that, then you cannot help Sierra Leone. The trauma, the trauma of society they're in, most times when some people will understand the problem talk, they are seen as outlandish, out of the way. Me, they don't tell me, say, na book me, they talk. I say, fine. Na book they talk.
But
they don't tell me that several times. Are you na book you they talk? Yes, the book what they talk. Wanna try and see.
Me somebody say why me they do what they do? I they make them they insult the family. They that. No, I say they don't insult the family, they insult themselves. I say I they do what they do, and they get personal satisfaction. I say
now what about insulting families part of the trauma?
Yep.
People, so because they don't so traumatized, they became overprotective of those they know, living with those they know. Family overprotection, community overprotection, language overprotection, what they call tribalism, is all part of the trauma. Imran, I came into this world without knowing about all those groups that I'm associated with today. I am living this world without going with those groups. So if I'm here, you accuse those groups or you abuse them, it's your business. What do I care? Not that I'm not sensitive to the issues than they. But what they say is, nobody can use them for control me. Hey, this they cost mommy, because yes, like us. Now that is Abi.
You know, all this thing called trauma. Don't do one
thing. They not traumatized like and so why they cost now in the himself.
Exactly. This thing where we call trauma, so it don't create bitterness in our community, indignation, irritation, displeasure, dissatisfaction, disgruntlement, discontentment.
What you they talk so?
You know, antipathy, antagonism.
All what you they talk so, you know thing they cause that? A problem is only a problem depending on how you react to it.
Exactly.
If that man can't cause you mommy say as bad thing, then it's bad. If that man can't cause you mommy say, but thank you, but you self not get mommy, come on a space can for them. Then you don't make him look funny.
Yep.
He has not brought you into his emotional range. You don't take him out to another level of emotional range, we make him a ridicule.
They say, even when you know the cause, but your adjective in their heart. Because when you cause me, mama, we tell you say, until you mango, you come out for them. You the one that which branch.
I come up space for them.
You the one that now whose branch you be in. because you don't know quite the part of the mango stick where you belong, because if you born from a mother,
then you should not insult somebody else's mother.
Gestation, not any more than me on gestation, and 9 months we all and 9 months prison will go down my mother belly.
Exactly.
Nobody go for 2 years by my belly. So the issue of equality, I can tell people that until we come to the realization, see, we have more in common than what divides us. God make we male and female. God make female male. Now 9 months jail within our mama belly. When we come out, we all the same process of growth. Now him we use.
One of the solutions to Sierra Leone's problems, we for begin teach people and for be stoics. Stoicism, they tell you say, bother yourself with what you able to control, left what you not able to control. But in order for be a habit where we will be self-destructive. Like, possibly they cost mamikos. When you bother about them, you are wasting your time. Possibly they Congosa and password. When you bother about them, you are wasting your time. And you know what they do when you bother about those people? You they allow them for build hotel na yet. That energy way for use for better use if you think about them. Now I can tell people and say, the only thing I get against Julius Maada be on way they kill people. But if you are late, if as much as you want, I'm business.
If you know what they talk about, so it's prevalent in all tribal organizations.
Because of trauma, overprotection.
When you deal with the Creole man, you talk about say, me good Creole boy. Who that the bad Creole boy? And then na na the nobody. When you cannot keep the line, I said, oh yeah, let's say they're called it.
Oh, chick.
Oh, chick. You want to make the line? Like when I Kenya women.
It's trauma. It's trauma. These are all indications of trauma. How do we heal?
You be Shwen. You be Aristo. You be that good Creole boy. Now one knows you get. You get 1 week. You get 2 years. You get 1 month. You get 32 teeth.
I see we brother the right now, Mr. George Tony, say self-destruction is part of Sierra Leone. Yes, it is because we adopted it.
You are so right. You said it all.
No, it's not right. God didn't create self-destruction. We created it. We can get out of it if we are ready. If only we focus on the self-destruction, we'll not solve the problem.
We have to be deliberate.
What do we do to solve it?
We have to be deliberate in solving this problem. We have to take some very difficult, Naimeka can use the word.
And I'm ready to take those difficult tasks, saying it as it should be said.
Make that sacrifice, like I use the word. But we have to make that sacrifice. We have to. It has to be deliberate. Yeah. We have to come from our comfort zone. Because
nothing was created and handed to us. We adopted it.
No. Nothing was given to us in a platter.
No.
Nothing. We just have to change our modus operandi. We have to change.
It's always some of who they grew up who don't know nothing but tribalism until I reach university now begin to experience tribalism.
If from when we born one, they come up at the area, they talk about say, what have mercy? Ola Tunji, good Creole boy. Good Creole boy. Who are a bad Creole boy?
Na boy jalo because na fula man. Na bad Creole boy. If boy jalo they talk Creole, na bad Creole boy.
And the next one Creole they say if the man civilized state, they try go to Napala.
Well, you see, all them things and they then stereotypes then they now part of the trauma.
Yeah.
Now part of the trauma. Until we move away from that thing, and nothing not a change.
In those days, when they grow up, if you talk for say, you know limba, limba they make attack for the night before I be limba man, that pull big sofa. It works some cabana.
We brother, they say, let us speak truth to the untruth. Well, truth is relative. There are no hard and fast truths. Truth is cultural, and it varies. One example, the truth we accept as Christmas is not true, because Christ was not born in December. Christmas is a Scandinavian festival, a festival to Odin, which has been made into a global cultural and commercial festival. So when we talk about truth, we have to be careful. What is true for me may not be true for Imran.
That is why
the interplay of examination of these variations and trying to find the middle of the road. Now, in they call democracy.
That is why I often define it as the truth is consistent to our reality.
Yes.
You're
quite correct.
What you
correct.
Naina, you truth.
What you accept as true, Naina true.
Naina, you true. What do you see? What do you sabi? Like for instance,
I go give another example. Take the Quran and the Bible, now the same books, but they are written in different traditions. So up till now and until thy kingdom come, if people are not decide, say, let we look at them two books here, what is similar and different from them. Always one go they feel saying your religion better pass the other, and so they are both wrong. In the Bible, you talk about Abraham. In the Quran, you say Ibrahim, David, Dauda, Yahya, that na John the Baptist, Musa, Moses, Jesus Christ, Nabila Isa. The mother of Jesus is Maryam. But people don't know this because they don't find out. They were indoctrinated, brainwashed, and so they preach that indoctrination.
That is why everything for do with religion and call it doctrine.
Yes.
Because it gets to do with indoctrination.
Yes.
And when you look at religion, everything we get to do with religion, then they talk for say, do you believe in
brother, don't count other. I say they are universal truths. Yes, agreed, but they are all scientific, sir. The principles of physics, biology, and chemistry, those are universal.
Water is H2O.
Sociological truths, some of them can be universal, but not all of them. Anything we concern culture, not a universal truth.
Where you talk about religion, you talk about belief. I believe in Christ. I believe in Prophet Muhammad. Why? Anything where you believe in something where you don't know.
Huh?
You can never talk for say, I believe in me, daddy. No, I know you, daddy. Because I am born you.
You can believe in your papa in character because you don't know in character.
Because I don't know in character. That's deep. Imagine a philosopher.
I'm a sociologist. I deal with people.
That's deep. You cannot not know your father. Since you know your father, you will only believe in the character, but not who your father is, because you know your identity. You don't know Jesus Christ.
I say, how can people hate you for not saying what is right? Well, to them, it is wrong, Mr. George Stone.
Because it gets for...
They don't know it as right.
The other reason why it destabilizes the status quo.
Yes.
The status quo don't want change. Because
if you go middle side and they sell drugs, then you want to preach against drugs, then it's not right for them. If you go outside and they eat pussy, you want to go preach against eating people, it's not right for them. The task on hand is, how do we make them how they sell drugs or them how they eat pussy and understand, say, this thing, even though they do them, but there is reason for it for change.
You know, see me that
do we have to curse the person or do we have to use force?
You know, see me that he can say, he say, whatever you do now, this world, I not meet, only they don't get that, you go scatter there and go bet you to death.
Yeah.
When people are there and then comfort, then cozy, then the chief, you go holler chief for them. If you not
They
be careful,
kill you.
not so that they run after you.
Yes.
Now,
Especially if now you want. If you not go as a group, then go afraid.
Where only don't get that. They got something I left them and gathering. Go start full for you. If you go take cocoa, you go scatter only in the gathering. Say you die. You go down the day you cost the hour.
You see, all of them questions how will they deal with so. At a point to we say, if we really want to solve a problem in a salon, we need to look at all the things that we think are not working for us and find out why not they work for we. Come with a way for make them work. We don't need for change them, but we just forget a way, let it work.
Yeah.
Let it work. If it not work, then let we abandon them.
Johnson, where he try to get the light bulb, now 99 times now he fail. When the press can interview, they ask and say, they say you fail 99 times. He say, no, I not fail. I find 99 different ways to forget that right.
Correct.
He say, now the ways they will not right that they find out first.
Yes, before they get the right one.
And that is also serious wisdom. Nothing other way they do it wrong. It depends on the result where you get, whether it is usable, whether it gets a function,
or whether other people they accept them.
Yes, even penicillin will become a lifesaver after the war. When are the first antibiotic will save lives, they're crazy. Now by accident too. Now by accident they find the penicillin.
Now yeast or whatever been they go bad. Nine.
Mold. Now mold. Now mildew. Some of these fence away for use them. So there is nothing that is a mistake or an accident. It depends on how you perceive of them.
Well, accidents don't exist actually.
Yeah,
that's events where they produce bad results, now they call accident.
You know, your expectations are one part of failure.
Yeah.
What you would expect. Sometimes you get this expectation, but you see what a man they will drive Okada. You go look at people say, "Can lend me $10,000?" Where the $10,000 pass? They are passing far away this time.
Well, they are big logo, paddy. A big logo. Now that you don't begin rushing. How man go get Okada and get $10,000? Why not buy taxi?
But the expectation. Now you go ask the man to let me 10,000. You want kill or woman, they go come on. Yeah, want a man we get a Rolls Royce. I want a man we get a castle.
Any man we talk that the first question we they ask him. Ask and say from my born almost millionaire, I don't hear but in this country.
Papa, it's simple. If Papa get castle, sometimes Papa don't even get a horse. You can't tell people say you want man we get castle. You Papa will buy him.
So you want on Okonko with him, Papa? When the pardon died and say the pastor one go, she say let them go ask if he be the chicken.
If I just look there now, you can't tell me the man say I want man with son. The woman when they talk for say want man with son. I want man we not fake. You don't hear fake. Your eyelash is fake. They come fake. Everything fake. When they use, then
they bleaching skill when a fakeism.
Famule, we tell them thank you once again. Now we come, now we go. Come now, or Kapu sense and not Kapu work. For George Stone, we tell you thank you. You are always one man way. They join we for unravel. Them mysteries, Diana, we country. And one of them is there. You have to come. You self. Next people
I can't take part from the program.
Next people put a face and a voice, because I will tell the whole Sierra Leone. Say now this world here, the people where you the cross paths with, they get a lot for do with your life, your future life. This is the man where study anthropology. Now I'm open the eye to anthropology. Why I get interest in anthropology, I begin to look issues them of anthropology.
So that was study anthropology.
Ronald.
Okay.
Anthropology. That's what he studied. You know? Now he make a first year reader named the anthropology. Now he first make a come across the meaning. You know, now he give me the interest. So people that what they meet get a lot for do with how we mold with them. Yeah. That's the reason why we get forget a habit, forget an open church. Because even you were there with this time I don't spend with you, I've learned a lot from you. You know? It's very important.
Well, me, I still the learn.
You know, so when learning, I think when in order to stop, infinity man, it's progressive, it's dynamic. Because the material where you learn it evolve. So you have to get mixed by that evolution.
Especially now with technology. If you are in the technologies, you get for the learn constantly.
So when you talk about trauma, the whole I hate math. And because of trauma, they beat you some of which they are not get brain for math. You know? Then the teacher they can't beat me. Well, you know when I say hot mental, and they cry because I know for they are finished. I'm not good for the subject. Before you coax me, you they beat me back myself. How we go help the situation?
So fumble them.
I don't panic.
Will they go? And before we go, let we help for distribute this channel. We are not here to talk and condemn. We are here to talk and promote, talk and build. When I get talk and do, they talk and build.
I just want to talk and we pull out of the
we not talk and build.
You know,
they talk for build.
How trauma they are about to go to the man talk.
We tell God thank you. Some of you don't come up on that trauma, although you not done it. Because you cannot be 100% out of trauma. As long as you are alive, things and they happen in life every day, where they bring shocks then to you. If even they not connect with you directly, but because you are part of the experience, it brings shock to you.
Yeah.
But maybe some of we don't learn, say, this thing can cause problem, learn how to control it. And we tell God, thank you, we don't learn. We want to share that with you now, and we want to share them, let as many Sierra Leoneans as possible understand what it means for being trauma and for able to control trauma. Because when we able to control them, it will help we for go the next level. Lord begin work as a unit, as a country, as one people. So that SLPP then go touch the name say now we, one people, one country, although now Lamina Sanko go tell them that. That Creole man Eteldre Jones, now I go without parable. Or that saying. Well, one country, one people. And he was very correct. We are one country and one people.
Now, intellectual dishonesty in impact of that country.
But you don't take and now make one country, several people. So here, they can have a talk how people then go do, let things work, let be one country, one people. Because that means the mayor where they state house, while they left for they do bad. That means the mayor then call bad abio. Woni bio that terminal shabro man. They left for the do bad. So the party go sweet.
That terminal so shabro. Now they want that. Now we say tata.
On our goodbye, we go meet up on Friday. Oh no,
no speak for the voiceless.
Oh yeah.
The system they broken is lawless. Then they use the power for oppress, oppress. Mama cry for the picky where them put to rest. These streets they red like the sunset.
Oh yeah.
Bodies that fall, but we not forget. The women them cry, them pain at the silence. Who go fight for justice in this violence? Our leaders what the love for the nation. Why you not they bring with tribulation? Them they kill with dreams with oppression. Sierra Leone, we need salvation.